you, Ankita, for singing a beautiful hymn. Now I request
The principal and vice principal could not join us today due to prior commitments. It is my privilege to welcome you all on his behalf. It is a privilege to extend a heartfelt welcome to our esteemed head of the department, Dr. Prasanna Kumar HR, sir, to the session. Your visionary leadership, continuous support, and commitment to academic and technical excellence have been the driving force behind our department's progress. Sir, welcome you. It is my pleasure to welcome Dr. Monesh Charis, sir, IISc mentor and HOD of IISc. Sir, your commitment to innovation and student development greatly inspires us. A valuable present today, sir. I warmly welcome Mr. Maruti ST, sir, IISc convene. Your efforts in promoting innovation and organizing impactful events like this are truly commendable. Thank you for being part of this program. I am pleased to welcome Dr. Priyanka BG ma'am, our event coordinator. Your dedication and efforts in organizing this expert talk have made this event possible. Thank you for valuable contribution. I also welcome our revenue person, Mr. Madhu K. I also welcome other department HODs, teaching and non-teaching members to this session.
economy. Once again, I extend a warm welcome to our esteemed speaker, Madhu K. sir. Now, it is our proud privilege to felicitate our esteemed resource person. I request our head of the department, Dr. Prasanna Kumar HR sir, to kindly come forward and honor resource person with a token of appreciation.
We are here for society, including doctors, soldiers, whomever you take. We are meant for them. We have to give them the solutions. That should be our job. So in that line, so please think about your problem statements. Try to arrive at some consolidated problem statement which can solve a societal problems, and also think about innovations. Think about next technology readiness, manufacturing and investment, readiness levels. Okay.
Intellectual property. What all? Some of the examples of innovations is an intellectual property. Brand names are intellectual property. Artistic works is an intellectual property. Designs are an intellectual property. GIs. If any specific product which is coming from a specific geographical location is called as a GI. Trade secrets. If something which is very important for the business, which need not to be disclosed, that is called trade secret. So we create a lot of effort. We put a lot of effort in coming up with all these things. Whether it could be an innovation, whether it could be a brand name, whether it could be an artistic work. If you want to draw a simple drawing or a picture, it takes a lot of time. 2, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. It involves your knowledge, it involves your money, everything. So once you draw a unique picture, somebody may take a printout and they can use it in their walls. So what are we giving for the creator? Nothing, right? So we want to value the creator. That's why there is something called intellectual property rights. You get to know that intellectual property is a unique creation of human mind. So we want to protect their rights. Whoever creator will be always valued in the history or even in the future. Just look into the history. Whoever creates something, it will be valued. Apple brand, one of the biggest mobile brand. Everybody knows. He has created such an impact. He has created such a big brand. He has created such a big tech. Given the chance, everybody wanted to own an Apple iPhone, right? Since the prices are high, probably we will go for maybe whichever we can afford it. But given the chance, everybody wanted to own an iPhone. Why? Because of the tech which they are creating, because the intellectual property which they are creating. Top-notch technology, top-notch brand. So creators will be always valued. So I want all of you to get into the bucket of creators rather than looking for employment. That's where you all should focus in. Because everybody, definitely, all of you will get into one or the other job. Definitely for sure. Maybe somebody may get 20,000, somebody gets 50,000, somebody gets 75,000. Ultimately, what do? You will have a family. Whatever the money you earn, you will use it for the family, for the benefit of the family, or to make your family much better. So this is what we all do. I do, you do, and everyone. So what are we doing for the society? That's another thing. If you get into the another bucket and become a creator, you will do much bigger things for the society. You will be solving the real-time problems for the society. Say, for example, you are very keen and interested in creating some solutions in the field of agriculture. So that will be helpful. If we are creating, so housewives are like mothers, they will be struggling at the kitchen for one or the other things. Can you think of their problems and come up with the solutions? So that's where it's need not to be being a computer science engineer, you need not to create something only in the computer science. Use your knowledge to build some other applications. Whether it could be in the field of agriculture, whether it could be in the field of software itself. There are a lot of fields, healthcare, engineering, defense. Say for example, everybody wanted to get into a job. Just imagine if somebody has not created anti-defense missile system in India, what would have happened in the recent past? Everybody wanted to get into the jobs and wanted to have a good salary. If somebody has not created something like that, it would have created a lot of problems. So I want you all to get into the bucket of creators. So as I said, intellectual property, anything which uniquely created by human mind is called intellectual property. So that can be protected through intellectual property rights because we want to value the creators. How we motivate them to create something? You have created something, people will create something thinking that you will get benefited. So you will get some revenue, you will get some money. So we wanted to keep motivating the creators. That's the reason intellectual property rights came into it. Intellectual property rights are something which helps to protect the unique creations. Whether it is an innovation that can be protected through a patent. So probably everybody heard about patents, right? Can somebody tell what is patent? Patent? ಏನು ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಹೇಳಿ, ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಹೇಳಿ. ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ತೋರಿಸಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಅದು ರಾಂಗ್ ಇದ್ದು ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. So that leads to some health issues. So that's where you are thinking you wanted to create something, a unique bottle. So that will remind you of taking water or more often. I am taking this example to explain this TRL. So that's the idea. So initially you have an idea, so you want your bottle to remind you to take water maybe every 45 minutes or something like that. Just an idea, it's in your mind, you wanted to implement it. TRL stage 1 is the idea stage. That idea, it's in your mind and you are researching on that, how you can make it possible. So that is the TRL 1 stage. Concept stage. You require multiple components, right? You need a sensor, you need an application. So you wanted to develop that system. You are deciding on the various components are required to develop that product. Okay, that is what the concept stage. That is what the second stage. You are deciding on the parameters, components required to develop that. That is the TRL second stage. That is the concept stage. The third stage is the proof of concept. You have an idea and you have an idea what all the components possibly required, and you wanted to build on that. So that is what the proof of concept stage. So you will be conducting a small lab test whether my sensor will indicate, whether my sensor will notify whether I have not taken water for 45 minutes. You are fixing some threshold. So you will be doing some small lab tests. So that will come under TRL3. So the second stage comes validation stage, TRL4 and TRL6. So you have created small experiments in the lab, whether your sensor works, whether you receive a notification, whether you don't receive a notification. All these things, the initial stage will be 1 to 3. The second stage is the validation stage, lab validation, bottle sensor and app works together. So you have integrated the bottle configuration with the app, whether both work together, whether there is a synchronization between the bottle and the application. So that is what the lab validation. You will be validating your product. So once you validate in the lab, you wanted to test in the real life, correct? So you probably, whatever the creation, whatever the product which you have created, that may be working in the lab. But when it comes to outside, it may be a failure. So you wanted to test. So that is what the TRL5, you go to a relevant environment, like you use it in the colleges, testing in homes, checking battery life, sensor, all these things. So that is a TRL5, technology readiness level. It will make you to understand how far we have come. Or it's like you can decide whether you wanted to continue this research or not. If you find it very difficulty, you can stop it. If you think, you may think that it may not be possible to build it. So that's the reason it will help you in deciding the process, the entire process of your product life cycle. So that is what the relevant testing in relevant environment, that is TRL5. So proper prototype. So you have tested in the relevant environment. Now you have to build a proper prototype which is good for getting into the industrial manufacturing. So that is what the proper prototyping. So you are building a version that will go for manufacturing.